Thanks so much, Claire. Well, now joining us is local author and contributing writer for Noozhawk here in Santa Barbara, Judy Crowell's newest book is titled Widow, a four-letter word, a memoir of men loved, lost, and learned from. Good morning, Judy.
Good morning, Stacy.
Thanks for joining us this morning. Now, I have to ask you, and we've all been wondering, explain the title of your book, because everyone's like, widow, 5 letters. What does it mean?
It has a strike through at the last W, and it's just a word. Widow is a word that I reject. I am a widow, but I reject it because it's so often just a stereotype for sad and lonely and women who just have given up on their life and their future loves in their life. So that's why I reject. I also reject it when I go to cross off something on a report, a doctor's office, and all the things, marital status, and that widow, and I cross that off, and it just reminds me. It reminds me of sad times, and that's why it's like that.
Okay. What brought you to write this book?
The death of my husband. We were married for 42 years. We were both 63 when he died, and I felt I had hopefully a long life ahead of me. And a friend of ours started wooing, asking me out, and it was the response to that, and it was scary. It was scary to think about entering the dating world. I hadn't been on a date since Eisenhower had been president, and so that was a scary thing for me. So that was what prompted the book. That precipitated a look back at the men in my life. My grandfather, my brothers, my crazy brothers, my son, my husband, friends, platonic friends, and that was what really prompted me to write the book.
Who are we looking at here?
This is my grandfather, Babu, who was
very handsome,
a wonderful guy. My husband, Bill, when he was stationed in Stuttgart, we were stationed in Stuttgart, Germany.
Oh, wow.
There he is again, a few years later. And Fritz and Kit, and I talk about Fritz and Kit all in one word. They're all spelled together because they were inseparable. Back to my grandmother, around a pool that we spent a lot of our childhood and had just a great time there.
Yeah.
I consider it. I'll tell you what it's not. It's not a celebrity tell-all. It's not a self-help book or an advice book, and it's definitely not just for widows. It's a character-driven memoir that reads like a novel and is getting, fortunately, excellent reviews.
Yeah, it looks fantastic.
It's getting very good reviews, and I'm really happy that we'll be able to have time tomorrow night to share it with the people of Santa Barbara at Tecolotti.
Okay, now that's what I was going to say.
Tecolotti. How do you pronounce that?
Is it Tecolo?
Tecolotti? I think it means owl. But tomorrow night at the book signing from 5 till 6.
Okay. And part of the proceeds for that signing are going to?
All of my proceeds go to an organization called Storyteller Children's Center, which is an agency for at-risk children here in Santa Barbara, and the funds will be matched by my daughter and son-in-law, Kim and Andy Bush.
Well, it sounds like you have a great family, and it sounds like a great book for
I think a good book. I'm proud of it.
A wide variety of readers.
I am proud of it.
All right, thank you, Judy, so much for being here.
Thank you for having me.